A very warm greetings to everyone. This is Suhasini, his Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, RMD Engineering College. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about the subject database management system, and the topic is data models. So first of all, where data model comes. So we are going to handle a database, right? So in that database, what are the concepts you are going to use, and what type of the flow of structure and the flow, all those things will be discussing here. We have different types of data model also. So a database model is a collection of concepts that is used to describe the structure of the database, provide the necessary means to achieve this abstraction, which means, as I said, it provides a collection of concepts to have a structure. So we have some different types of structure, right? Either we want a straightforward structure, or you want some relational structure, or you want some network structure, hierarchical structure, or if you want to go with the object oriented method, all those things. Or if suppose we want some semi structured also, we need some concept, right? So for that purpose, we have introduced your data models, right? So now we have categories of data models. So first we have low level or physical model. Then we have high level or conceptual data model, representational or implementation model, and the last is self-describing model, which is not much important. So the main three models are the low level or physical model, high level or conceptual data model, representational or implementation model. So in these the three models, we have some sub models also. We'll discuss that. So first is we have here the high level or conceptual data model, which provides a concept that are close to the way how a user perceive the data. Okay. So next, when coming to the lower level or physical data model, will describe the data, about the data alone. We do not go in for any concept. In low level, we'll have some data and we have some details of data. That's it. And the next level only we go for the high level and the conceptual data model, where we have some concept how to perceive those data. So finally, how you will represent that particular data on the end users understandable way. Okay. So next we go for the first model inside the high level model, one first concept actually. So ER model, right? So ER model is a well known model, very important model, where we use everywhere. So the ER model is nothing but the entity relationship model. Okay. So here we have this concept, have some of the terms like entities, attributes, and relations. We'll see what is entity, attributes, and relations. Entities are nothing but an object, we can say, or object, or a person, likewise. Okay. And manager is an object, right? Likewise, we have something called a teacher is an object, a student is an object, a manager is an object, a principal is an object. Likewise, these are the entities, can be an entities, right? So the entity, how we will represent an entity is with the help of this rectangular box. So what are the attributes then? So the attributes are nothing but the identity of the particular entity, which means if I take my student as my entity, and I'll have student number, student ID, student name, student address, student email ID. So all these things will be an attribute for the entity called student, right? So now what is relationship then? So if suppose I have two entities, and how I'm connecting these two entities, and how I'm relating these two entities, if there can be some relationship, right? What is that relationship? So to denote that, to identify that, I use some symbol called diamond symbol, where I'll write my relationship. Clear? So here the relationship is nothing but with the association of two or more entities. For example, a student-teacher relationship. A student a student and teacher are the entities. Now what is the relationship? A teacher teaches the student. So teachers is a relationship here, right? So this is another example with respect to the bank. So I am a customer who is an account holder, and you have some account also. So a customer and account is an entity here. So the customer will deposit the amount to the account, right? So now the relationship the relationship between the customer and the account is the customer act as a the depositor. So the relationship has been marked inside the diamond symbol, as I said. So all these oval shapes are nothing but the attributes, right? So inside the oval shape we have some underline also, right? So that is nothing but a primary key. Okay, primary key for that particular entity. To find an customer, unique customer, then you go for the primary key. So that is the customer ID. Here this is an example. So now coming to the relational model is nothing but when you have some you can also have a single table which includes name, street, city, account number, account balance, withdrawal rate, deposit date, all these things. When I load all these things, I cannot share the same details to everybody, right? And that particular time I have to separate the account details. I don't want to share the account, only I want to share the name, street, city. In such cases I don't want all the data to be present in one table. So in such situations I'll be making two tables. So how I link in two tables, how I'll, if suppose in some scenario if I want the account details, what I'll do, so there should be one, though I remove the the account details, I have some one relationship between these two tables, and that's how this relational model. So the first table is a customer table and the second table is account table. Though it is a customer table, it also, so account number is one of the information of the account customer, right? So name, state, city, account number, and the account table also contain account number, balance, and some other columns also. So how I'm relating these two, how I'll retrieve the data from these two tables with the help of one relation that is called the account number. So likewise hierarchy, if there is only one single owner and I want me to make an hierarchy wise only if there is a staff, then that there should be there is a classification of teaching and non-teaching, and if staff is there, then but definitely some department should be there. So without any department, a staff cannot work. Without knowing there are teaching and not teaching, we cannot allocate data, we cannot retrieve any data. So in such cases and all, we'll go for hierarchical model. And network model is, it's a flexible thing. With this example, a university, we have some library and we have some computer. So the CSE department we have, CSE department we have. We cannot say that we cannot go here as an hierarchy, right? So CSE people can use library as well as computer lab. ACE people can use library and computer as well. So we cannot say. So we have some end-to-end relation, many-to-many relationship also. So that's how the network model. Object oriented model is with the help of the notations or with the help of notations and creating some relation with the objects also, you can create the model. So this is object oriented model. This is an example of object oriented data model. Here see, here I am mapping with the object alone, that is department ID, and when coming to here I am not mapping with anything, I am just finding the relationship between these two tables. So when I want to retrieve, when I generate a maintenance report, then I have automatically need the activity code where it fetches all the details. So with the help of this relational data model, I'm getting it. So next is semi-structured data model. Semi-structured data model is nothing but we will have some, I'll show some examples. So here I have some different types. So structured are nothing but a numerical data Google Sheet. If I am numbering something, I am fixing some codes, then I have some for proper code. When I don't include any numbers and I am making some media post, then it is unstructured. So when I go for semi-structure, the best example is folders are organized by topics. Okay, folders are only the folders are organized by topics. Inside it is not organized. Okay, only the folder, at least the folders are organized, but inside it is not organized. Inside the folder it is organized. So some semi-structured data is also possible. So this is how, these are the different models in the data base management system. Thank you.